I think there's a danger here. There's no doubt that what Bill Cosby has done is disgusting and repellent. And, you know, up to 60 women made allegations against him, and they just, he's been convicted on few test cases. So I don't want to diminish what's happened in any way, shape or form. But he is part of American cultural history. And what I wonder is, you know, take away his honours, take away his awards and everything else, but are you going to airbrush him out of history as if he never really happened? Because he did happen, and a lot of people, a lot of children grew up watching his shows. I'm not going to condone him in any way, but I think there's always a danger when someone is convicted of a crime that you go back and rewrite history. And as for taking up the star on Hollywood Boulevard, I've visited Hollywood Boulevard so many times, and it's just a fantastic place. And I just think that there are stars on that street for people who have committed crimes that maybe we don't know about, that never went to court. And if you look back to the 20s and 30s, to the days of Fatty Arbuckle and all those things that happened in the silent movie era, where there was plenty of film stars that had sex with underage people, they raped people, and somehow, you know, life went on. Some were found out and some weren't. But is that going to stop us watching and enjoying black and white movies and silent movies?
It's a difficult one because, you know, my heart says, yeah, rip them all up, rip all the stars up. They don't deserve to be there. It should be an honour to be a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But would there be any stars left?
Well, I think in Bill Cosby's case, I feel uncomfortable about the fact, I feel cheated at the fact that as a young person, I was watching this man with my family, and I took him into my heart, and he was kind of like the dad that everybody wanted. So, you know, he had our good faith. And I think that star was given to him on his performance and on good faith. You know, and he did project himself as a nice, kind person, but actually we found out the truth. And I do think, actually, in this instance, now that we live in a different world where this kind of behaviour is totally not acceptable, and also it's a statement to future generations to say, you can't do this. If you are a member of the community, and often in high regard, this is unacceptable. So you know what? I think rip that star out.
Are you going to set a new benchmark going forward that the only people who are honoured are people who, you know, I think there is a danger of whitewashing, if you like, of demanding impossibly high standards of people. I'm not diminishing his crime, it's appalling. But if we look at another news story today, that Judi Dench has spoken out in defence of Kevin Spacey. Now, Kevin Spacey has not been charged with anything, but he definitely fell from grace when a young man came forward and made all the news headlines for saying that he alleged that Kevin Spacey had made sexual advances towards him when he was just 14 years old. Now, Kevin Spacey's not been charged, but since then, some other men have come forward and made allegations as well. Again, Kevin Spacey has not been charged. But Kevin Spacey has been dropped from everything.
But Janet, Kevin Spacey himself has not come out in full fanfare. If you are totally and utterly passionate about clearing your name, he hasn't done that. He's actually come out and said some other, you know, sort of... He took a back step himself.
He has denied all the allegations.
He's denied the allegations and he's
taken a step back himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, but an apology is not enough if you've been sexually abusing somebody.
Well, we don't know. It's one person's word against another. We have to say that on air. It's one person's allegation against another person's rebuttal. But what Judi Dench is... the point that Judi Dench is making is that Kevin Spacey was a fine actor. He was one of the most successful and highly regarded classical actors in the world. So he was on television. He was in things like House of Cards, all those series of House of Cards, and he was the artistic director of the Old Vic Theatre in London. So are we going to airbrush Kevin Spacey?
But it's not we.
Out of history?
It's not we. He's a brand, and he represents a channel.
All right.
And
so
a
if
film.
you're TV in your house, you're only going to watch television made by people who are squeaky clean.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not choosing for him not to be starring in those series. The artistic direction of that team, the directors, the producers, they've actually made
What if
that
it turns
decision.
out he's innocent?
But they've made that decision, haven't they? They've said you're not representing our brand.
Outside a court.
And we are going to leave it right there. The Court of Loose Women is closed.